last session, the party had returned to the town of Daggerford to return the lost girl to her father, and it was a night of celebration at Katya's house. There, the party divided up their loot. They attuned their items. They went on their merry way, getting about halfway to Waterdeep, stopping at the Thunderlock Tavern. At the Thunderlock Tavern, they witnessed a wizard of the White Spire named Hilmara Beltum. She was aiding the tavern with developing structures for use. And when Levi and Lou were interested, she was talking to them, but the relationship went sour after an incident with Meepo, and we wake up in the Thunderlock Tavern as the party has done a full rest.
Cool.
Does anyone want to mark off 2 gold for me? Just for the cost of the room.
Why not? Sure.
It's like this. You all were put into a very economical room. There were. They knew that you guys were part of a group, and so you were given the discount room, where it was a series of bunk beds. Think of a hostel.
Cool.
But yeah, you all wake up, head out. There's the normal hustle and bustle that takes place in the morning whenever you go to a hotel. People coming out, eating their breakfast, some looking groggier than others.
Make sure we didn't level up last time, right?
No.
Nope.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Trust me, I'll tell you.
Well, I didn't know if you said it and then I just forgot it.
Right.
Is that wizard around still?
Taking a quick look around the room, you see that she is at a table by herself in this morning rush. You also see what looks to be like a merchant with a couple of people, just judging by their overheard conversation. We've got to move these products first. It's like they're not going to last very long. Blah, 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 that sort of thing.
Okay. I want to go ahead and try and see if I can sit next to her. Kind of. Pardon me. Can I sit here?
She looks up from her eggs and toast. Again, her eyes are a little unsettling. It's kind of like a sharp contrast between her skin tone, and she looks around. Is the lizard with you?
The lizard.
The little scamp that threw my dinner at me last night.
Oh. No, he's over there with the rest of the group.
You may sit.
And I want to kind of try and talk to her about different Arcana related stuff.
Did you have something in mind? She says with you. Like she kind of raises an eyebrow a little bit. She knows that you're interested in this kind of stuff, but
no, I'm just always in the pursuit of knowledge.
Well, I'm not what you would call a teacher, It's like I'm much more of a doer. If you want someone who, if you want someone to actually pass along that knowledge, or you should enroll in the White Spire, they have several courses for that kind of thing.
Do they have correspondence courses?
She cocks her head, thinking, I guess you could call them that. It's more of we do investigations into sites touched on arcana and ancient cultures, so maybe.
Yeah, sounds very interesting. I'll have to check that out on the way there. On the way through there.
Are you heading beyond Waterdeep?
I'm not exactly sure where we're going. We're headed there temporarily. We have some things to sell, some stuff to report. But after that, I'm not exactly sure where we are going.
You should definitely look up the White Spire. It's
Hopefully
like,
somewhere with less undead.
oh, sorry, I had an issue with my sound. Eric, did you say something?
Hopefully somewhere with less undead.
Mm.
Less bloodsuckers.
Can you test?
Yeah.
Test,
Okay.
test.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, my levels looked weird. Okay.
Looks like your video turned off though.
That shouldn't have done that.
Oh well.
There it goes.
Okay.
All right. So once she says that, I'll go ahead and rejoin the group, and I'll tell Lou. I said, yeah, we've got to go to this White Spire place.
Oh yeah, it's like, do you think they'll take someone like me? It's like I can't say I've ever learned anything from a book.
Well, I don't know. I've never been there, but the lady over the wizard over there says that that's where everything is in Waterdeep as far as for people like us.
And it's worth a shot.
And then I think we'll continue eating our breakfast.
Mm-hmm. It's everyone's having eggs and toast with the exception of Katya. She's sticking to the toast. There's also a potato side, you know. See, would milk be served in a medieval setting for breakfast? Maybe.
I don't know, but I'm chewing on some hard beef.
Yeah, there are some breakfast sausages available. It's like, does Meepo not like eggs?
People likes meat. Meepo is a meat eater.
Well, eggs eventually turn into meat.
Well, I mean, after a breakfast of eggs, toast, and meat, you all begin to leave the. Huh? Did you say something, Ian?
Nope. I wonder if things are. Let me check my settings on this. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, I had my default speaker at the wrong place.
Okay, you actually sound a lot clearer now.
Yeah, because it's right in front of me. Otherwise, it was going off of the microphone and the camera.
Okay. So, After finishing up breakfast, you all head outside and you again see Hamara doing those same movements again, holding that lump of rock in her hand. And once she finishes those movements, you see another section of smooth stone pillars and walls erupt out of the ground, continuing on from the thing that she did last night. And once all of those erupt, you see her again start to hold the position that you saw her in last night. And assuming that you guys don't want to stay around, you continue the rest of the way on to Waterdeep.
Yep.
All right. It's a busy traveling kind of day. Merchant carts mostly. You do see some carts that look like they are people relocating along the tradeway. There are some patrolling guards, not very many, but you see the undeniable sprinting horses of the mail system. And it isn't long before you all begin to see, like, on the horizon, the dull grayness through the sky of the very tall and imposing walls of Waterdeep. And as you approach, they come more and more into vision. They get taller and taller. By the time you finally get there, they look to be as almost 70 feet tall and quite thick. People are being waved in by the guard gates. You pass in with no problem once Katya flashes her old badge. There was a little bit of question with Meepo, but Katya vouched for you. When you all enter the city gate, the smell of the city that what seemed like was a lifetime ago come rushing back to you of sewage, of people, of animals. It's like you have now re-entered the largest city on the Sword Coast, Waterdeep. Once again,
Yay!
on the
Yay.
southeastern side. It's quite late in the evening, considering the amount of time that you had to travel.
Now, so that I'm not mixing the two different timelines, have we already been in Waterdeep and we're just supposed to report stuff?
So with this party, you took a guild quest sponsored by the government of Waterdeep after there have been reports of orcs attacking the town of Succumber, to go liberate the town and investigate why the orcs are doing that. And now that you've completed, you're going to return to the main building, the main government building, to report that what was going on and report to the officials there. And yeah, that was the other party. You guys have been to, what?
Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay, so we have somebody to report to.
Right.
You more have a location to report to. You took
Okay.
it off of a guild board.
Okay.
Okay.
So if it's late at night, I suggest we just go ahead and report and then bed down.
Okay.
Unless anybody else has other ideas. Maybe along the way, if we find some place to sell the stuff that we
Yeah,
were going to sell.
Yeah, we would like to go ahead and try and sell tonight, and then maybe just do shopping tomorrow.
Well, do we have enough money to get a room? So should we sell now and get a room and go tomorrow morning?
I'm sure we have enough to get a room.
Absolutely.
You know,
Do we need to create a shopping
Okay.
list? So this way we kind of know what we're wanting to get.
Well, we can
Uh,
worry about that tomorrow. We should
Okay.
probably report our findings, and if we just happen by a place to sell the stuff that we were going to sell.
okay. That sounds fine to me, says Lou.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. So the party agrees, so they do it. You remember that the base that the basic place that you went to was a partially subsidized mercenary guild called the Black Hand, and that would be more towards the center of Waterdeep.
Do we have another map of Waterdeep?
You do not have an official map of Waterdeep.
So we're just kind of wandering blind, I guess.
You could ask around for people. You've been here before, but it has been a long time. So as far as remembering street names, you might be a bit foggy on.
Just ask for directions, I guess, then.
Okay.
Okay. I also have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be wrong to put Meepo in a, one of those harnesses that kids sometimes are in at malls so they don't escape their parents?
Do not be mean. Do not demean my people.
I'm not
I don't-
demeaning your people. I'm just wanting to make sure that people know that you're in control of yourself and don't get frightened.
If they're frightened, it's their problem.
Well, Meepo, you do need to be on your best behavior. This is Katia chiming in. Because, if something goes wrong, people may suspect you of it first.
Meepo will be Meepo. That's all Meepo can do.
Which means Lou better watch him.
Lou salutes in a
In a sarcastic manner.
yeah. Okay. Someone make a charisma check for me. Make it a make it a
Chris?
persuasion.
Oh, persuasion?
Yeah, if you want it.
I can do
Sir?
that.
Certainly not a deception.
I'll
What were you?
do it with them to try and help them out.
That
Or
is
yeah.
a 25.
He probably doesn't
Okay.
even need it. Never mind.
You walk up to this lady. Excuse me, ma'am. Can you please guide us to the Black Hand? He's like, oh, sure. It's that way. And she gestures down to the road. When you get to the end, make a left. You'll be leaving the merchant district. It'll be right there amongst the government buildings. It'll be the one with the Black Hand sign.
Actually, quick question.
Mhm.
With Katya's stuff,
Uh-huh.
what does her aura do
+4 to saves.
to saves?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it saves. Because you wouldn't need a 29 anyway
Well, yeah. I was just wondering for
for the future. Yeah. I'm 95% sure it saves. So you all head down that way. The evening is stretching on. You do get a few curious looks for Meepo. But you follow the lady's directions. She leads you well. And it leads you well, and eventually you find yourself in front of this long, low building with kind of like it looks like fairly new in construction, with like a single floor rectangular house. Opening the heavy wooden door with the black hand on top. You open it up, and it's actually not that big. When you go inside, there's a long table with you can see that the people in attendance are in the midst of eating. Sorry. You see the people are in the midst of eating their evening meal. There's smells of meat and spices and fresh baked breads. It's like this is definitely a well stocked hall. You see a couple of stairs, right, both right next to you on your left side and on the other end of the hall, leading downwards to a level. Uh, at this table, you see all kinds of humanoids there of every race. Where you know you see drow, half drow at the very end of the table. There's humans, there are dwarves. There's a few elves, maybe one or two half elves, not including the half elven drow at the other end of the table. As you walk in, everyone turns to look at you, eyes you up and down, then immediately goes back to their meal.
I'm taking it as an assumption that we would know how to turn one of these in, basically.
Looking around, Lou actually takes the point here. He says, like, so like this is when it would have been great for David to be here because in his backstory, he is actually I believe it is a mercenary veteran or a house agent, either one of the two, that was part of the Black Hand.
So he might actually know some people.
Mm-hmm.
Useful.
I just wish he was here to RP this out, so I'm not just talking back and forth to myself.
Well, hopefully we'll get him back here soon.
Logan's just gonna talk to himself.
Yeah, in front of an audience, great.
Nothing weird at all. Just improv.
Improv's easy when you got people to play off of, but when it's
Everyone
yourself,
Every DM does it.
all right.
Honestly, he's been gone so long. I don't really remember how he used to play Lou.
Lou was definitely. I would describe Lou as like being aggressive and kind of and sarcastic. You know,
David.
yeah,
Okay.
plenty of jokes, a lot of old bird jokes.
Old bird jokes.
That was well timed. That
It
there
was.
a lot.
That would be my sister in the background.
I've never met your sister. It's like
Yeah.
anyway. So you see Lou immediately outstretch his arms and say, "Hi, I'm back," and just almost walk forward up to the table. The half elven drow stands up from the table. Uh, you know, after he takes a big long drink of his cup and finishes it and walks around to him, it's like this half elven drow is much larger than any of the drow that you've seen before. They go and embrace each other in a giant hug. It looks like Lou's actually a little bit dwarfed by this guy, and when they go into like that bear hug squeeze to test each other, it's like Lou's kind of gets his eyes popped a little bit. Turning around, you see that this drow is actually missing. This half elven drow is missing one of his eyes. It's covered with an eye patch that you couldn't see at first because it blends in so well into his skin. But it is offset by his silver hair. He walks up to the party. Well met. Who are you all? It's like you're in good company here at the Black Hand.
Kind of skulk around, unsure of who he is.
Like hiding behind someone's legs, or
Yeah. Keeping a distance and keeping my eye on him. Trying to walk behind him.
We're just a group of travelers. We need to report in some stuff, some information.
it's like Lou chimes in. It's about the orcs in the high forest. It's like, oh, that job. Well, it's a little late for that. As far as the official report, we'll have to go into Centertown to report it. This may even go, but we'll leave that to tomorrow. I'm sorry, I haven't introduced myself. My name is Sinjak.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Well, my name is, but you can call me Click.
Click. Okay.
Meepo is very skeptical of this guy.
Who's the little one?
Oh, he's just a friend of ours we picked up along the way. His name's Meepo.
Hi, Meepo.
I just cut it. Just mean mug him in silence.
Since I haven't ever used this before, I just want to go ahead and detect thoughts on him, see if he's hiding anything, if I can tell.
Okay, detect thoughts is surface thoughts unless you try to go deeper, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right.
I think you know if he's trying to resist him, right?
If he does go deeper, he'll be aware of it.
No, I mean, like, I think Ian's character will know if the person he's trying to do this to tries to resist. Is that how the spell works?
Let's see.
Are you doing it subtly?
Yeah, I'm just doing it subtly. It says
Alright.
if you probe deeper, the target must make a wisdom throw. A wisdom saving throw. So, in other words, it doesn't look like he can try and save unless I try and probe deeper.
Right. So, okay. Make a sleight of hand check because you've got to do somatic components, or which is like hand movements in front of him.
Sleight of hand, that'll be a 13.
Okay. You see his eye immediately lock onto you, Levi. It's like, there's no need for that. I don't keep any secrets.
And as soon as he locks eyes with me, I'll change it to I'll look away. So let's see. So it says, I'm trying to where did that? It says either way, the target knows that you're probing into its mind, and unless you shift your attention to another creature's thoughts, the creature can use its action on its turn to make an intelligence check contested by my intelligence check. If it succeeds, the spell ends. So I'll immediately stop it.
Okay. And who are you? He looks to Kat and it's like, my name is Katya. Can't remember her last name.
We just call her Kat.
Yeah, you can call me Kat too. Everyone does. As you all stand in silence for a moment, as sorry, my leg itches. So, what'd you all find? It's like, I know we can do the official report tomorrow, but unless you want to wait till then, it's like I could use a good story.
Well, actually, we found vampires.
Vampires.
Well, to be more correct, a vampire who had created multiple minions.
Hmm.
But we dispatched her, and everything should be good. I can tell you that Meepo the little one has a lot of blood in him, because well, he didn't a few days ago, but hopefully he's regained it by now.
Well, he certainly seems spry enough as Sinjak turns his attention to Meepo as Meepo is trying to scurry around the room. Out of
Logan?
yeah,
Can I try to? Can I smell the smell of death on Sinjak?
the smell of death.
of a dead dragonkin.
You can. Is this a kobold ability?
No.
Okay. You can tell that this guy, he's fairly old and experienced. You would imagine that he's, just from your guess, he's definitely slain many things. Whether or not they're dragons or not, that might take some investigating.
Mm. Is he wearing any particular jewelry or trophies?
Uh, he does have a scaled cape, and he's got at his side is a very large sword. Like those are the most interesting things about him. He's
Happen to be a green scaled cape.
It's white scaled.
White scales. Yeah. So I tell him he's a disgusting kinslayer. Slays my kin.
Meepo, says Cat.
What
do you mean?
He's wearing scales. Scales of kin.
Well, I've got scales. It's like Cat. Yeah. It's like I used to wear scales at least, and she like holds up her destroyed scale mail.
No, dragon scales.
Oh.
Reptilian dragonkin scales.
Sinjak says, "There's not a problem here, is there?"
What if I wore human skin, you sick bastard?
I'd only be half mad.
Only half mad. Okay, what if I wore half elf, half human skin?
I'd be impressed that you could find some.
It wouldn't be that hard to find. If you know how to make it. You disgust me.
There's a lot of tension in the air.
So let's try and change the subject, and so we got to come back tomorrow morning.
Well, you can stay here the night, but there was a special clause on this case, on this quest. It's like they wanted us to bring it to the central building whenever we had someone come back.
And
you remember Lou, right? Lou's like, a lot happened. I can't remember much.
So where's the central building?
Well, it'd be more towards the central part of town. It's where the council meets. It's like if they have time, they may see us themselves, but otherwise, it may be just some bureaucrat.
Okay, so are there any inns near that place?
As long as it's not where he's staying.
There's the Green Dragon. That place is popular. Yeah, I'm sure you could find inns. There's not much in the government section though. It's like they tend to leave that for the for their for the tax collectors and the bureaucrats.
All right, so I want to try and corral everybody real quick, and let's head out and let's find some place to sleep.
I ask where's Sinjak staying.
Well, Lou chimes in. It's like I think we could sleep here if we ask nicely. And
No, I think we need to go.
who do you ask, Meepo?
I ask Sinjak where's Sinjak staying.
Right here.
We can't stay here.
And we're not staying here. We need to go so we can report first thing in the morning.
Are you sure you don't want to join us for dinner?
Yeah. I think we need to. I think we need to get ready. I think we need to try and sell some things because I'm sure there's a store near there. And I'll just try and rush everybody out
Okay.
before Meepo starts a fight.
Meepo's not stupid.
Yeah, there's a
In
lot of
fact,
other
being
people.
being cautious is why Meepo's not stupid.
There's a lot of other people in the room too. All right, so you all leave the Black Hand. It is like it has gone from evening to sunset as you step out.
How nice.
Mm-hmm. So where are we going? Says Lou.
Someplace away from there where Meepo can start something.
Is there somewhere like neighboring this place?
Not immediately neighboring it, as far as like an inn. You on your way over from the entrance of the city, you would have passed by the Green Dragon that he mentioned. As far as like the inns that you were looking for.
I'd recommend whatever's closest to this place.
Why we have to be in the central building in the morning?
Are we not meeting Sinjak before that?
I don't think so. I think we're just supposed to go there.
Okay.
I mean, I don't remember anything that said that we had to take him with us.
All right.
No, I don't think we do, says Lou. I mean, like he's the lead of the guild, so like he would carry the most weight out of all of us. But no, we can do it ourselves. Yeah, we'll be fine.
Okay. So where do we stay?
All right. Assuming that you go to the Green Dragon,
Sure.
it's not too far across. You know, this large city. It's like you can walk across it all in about like an hour to hour and a half, depending on traffic. So it's just for a few minutes away. You approach the Green Dragon and you see that the hustle and bustle of the street has definitely died down as darkness has fallen. Everyone has gone into their home or their inns. It does look fairly crowded in the inn. There's a roaring fire in the large fireplace. Almost every table is taken right now as people chatter and drink. There are occasional looks at Meepo as you all walk in. Approaching the counter, there is a human minding the counter. He says, "All right, hello." It's like all together. It's like, would you like a table, or are you staying in for the tonight?
Both.
Okay. As far as rooms, we've got two beds per room. We've got We've got a small folk room for your friend there.
A small folk room.
You know, we try to be accommodating.
Don't mock my people.
I'm not mocking your people. I'm mocking you a little bit, but I'm not mocking your people.
Don't mock my kind.
So there's no offense. There's no offense, sir. Looking at Meepo, it was just smaller beds and shorter cabinets.
So you can fit more in.
Fair enough.
That's just monetarily smart.
Fair enough. I expect it half price.
If you'll have a table, one of our servers will come out to you.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
You do see his eyes linger on Click for a second. It's like Meepo. There was like a sense of familiarity that you before, but Click, he paused a little too long. You know, he was obviously trying not to be rude, but you would deduce that he's not seen an Aarakocra before. You all take your table.
And I say, you mentioned having rooms for little people. What about bird people?
I'm afraid we don't have any for special accommodations for bird people. I mean, you're welcome to stay, of course, but if you would have any special needs, I don't think we would have what you're looking for.
Nah, that's quite all right. I didn't expect for you to have anything I needed anyway.
He awkwardly smiles.
It's okay. He nests fairly well on beds, from what we've seen.
He looks at Click's feet and he's like almost lyric, like a little nervously at the. I'm assuming you have talons or claws.
Yeah, on both my feet and my hands.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll make sure to wrap them up before I get in the bed.
Thank you.
There are things that are not mine.
Thank you, sir.
It's fine, and it's Click. And by all means, I know that my kind is a rarity here, so if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I'll be more than happy to answer.
Can you fly?
Absolutely. I can fly faster than I can walk. In fact, I can fly faster than most kind can walk.
He nods. What do you eat?
Berries mostly, greens and leaves. I can do some meats. I prefer not to eat anything of the poultry variety. So red meats preferred.
Okay.
Or fish.
Okay. All right. I'll go ahead and tell the server then to bring out the fish.
Well, wonderful. I pluck one of my feathers and I hand it to him and I say, I don't know if you'll ever see another kind, but a little thing for you to remember your first Aarakocra.
He takes it, you know, he looks at it interestingly, but it's like now he's just kind of awkwardly. Thank you.
You're welcome. Turn around and walk away.
Okay. So you all sit at your table. A woman comes up to you. It's like, well, hello. What can I get you all? And she looks to Click. It's like, I know that you would be needing the fish. We do have salmon tonight. There's also some freshly caught sea bass.
Ooh. I will try the salmon.
Okay. For everyone else.
Ooh, I'll have the salmon as well. Cooked.
Okay. Of course.
Oh, cooked for me. I'm not completely into the raw deal. Just want to make sure it's clear.
Yeah.
Raw
Okay.
meat.
raw salmon?
Raw meat.
He needs the red meat, the reddest and the bloodiest you got.
Okay.
And
For
a
you.
bib. You'll thank me
Okay.
for the bib later.
I turned to Iasgard and say, "Couldn't you just magically clean them up?"
Yeah, but I'm talking about the entire table.
Oh, I think it would be great if we can make sure that it stays clean by the time we leave.
Cat asks for root vegetables and some bread. And Lou says, I'll also take the salmon. I can't say I've had it. It's like I'd like to try it. Okay, and for to drink, we have the wine is in season. A pitcher would be 2 silver pieces.
Isn't wine always in season?
Well, sometimes you get like a grape harvest, which would mean that they have like a fresh batch coming off the rack.
Is it good or bad? It's like you
It's-
age wine, so
Yeah, you age wine, but as far
fresh.
in,
It's
or,
not good.
in order to maintain your stock, though, you have to rotate through it. So it's more of like if they put a bunch into casks, it rolls everything forward. So the one at the end would come off.
It doesn't matter. Just bring us some.
Okay, Luce, I'll have some water, please.
Meepo doesn't drink. Won't be drinking.
Okay, so she gives you the grand total of 2 gold pieces for the table as she goes, and then she brings back this within enough time to cook everything. It's like Cat gets her roots vegetables, everyone else gets seared salmon with some side vegetables. She puts a pitcher of wine on the table. Lou gets a cup of water.
Now, is that with a
me-
bourbon glaze or
Oh, it's more of a brown sugar
brown
glaze.
sugar? Okay. Not
Yeah.
blackened, though. That's just brown sugar.
Brown sugar glaze with like if you when you taste it, you get there's a hint of mustard.
Mustard and brown sugar.
Yeah, so it works together well. Surprisingly,
Hmm.
you never put a little bit of mustard, just like dry powdered mustard, on your salmon.
No.
Yeah, it works.
Of
Take your
course-
word for it.
Of course, we need to figure out if it's Atlantic type salmon or Pacific.
Well, we
Well-
don't have Atlantic or Pacific in this world.
Yes,
Yeah.
but there is a
That-
difference.
It would be Sea of Swords type salmon.
Well,
All
maybe
right.
it goes good with the mustard.
Yeah. So you all dine in. Meepo dining in on his very rare cut of beef.
Mm. Yes.
It's
It's
still
a-
booze.
Fresh
you
is
see
better.
you see like a bit of cheek and hair on it. Joking.
It doesn't matter.
You finished the meal. It is lovely. And you dig into your wine. It's like you see that there was a bit of a dinner rush at this time of night. There are people that are going to bed, and there are people who are leaving. There's only a few people left now in the barn. There's the human who's watching the bar, and a couple of groups standing around the tavern.
How much wine have we gone through?
You've only had the one pitcher so far, divided amongst yourselves. No one's getting too crazy yet.
Okay.
Meepo won't have any. Meepo needs to keep his senses about him.
Meepo, it might be good for you at one point.
No. Meepo needs to keep his senses tonight.
Meepo, what's wrong? Where you feel like you need to keep your senses?
Yeah, are you
Meepo
okay,
has a
Meepo?
mission.
A
I'm sorry,
mission.
what was that?
A mission.
A mission to do what?
A mission.
Wouldn't it be a good idea to include us so this way we could help you out?
No, this is for Meepo.
Meepo,
Okay.
are you gonna do something silly?
No.
Are you gonna do something stupid?
No.
Are you going to do something that could possibly get you killed?
No.
I don't think I like that delay.
Insight check from.
No.
Oh. Allow me on this one. This is my specialty.
No, I mean like this is Kat doing an insight check. She got a 12.
Oh, can I try?
Yeah, you can try. It's like
Yeah.
the way you said it, it really sounded like an insight check.
So just for the record, my natural insight's a +7.
Nice.
So I rolled a 12, so that's a 19 total.
All right, Meepo, are you truly not doing something that like are you just is it a deception check or is it a persuasion check?
I don't know.
Are you going to do something stupid or silly or that might get you killed?
Depends.
Okay, fine. I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna do detect thoughts.
Okay.
Okay.
Meepo, what are your surface level thoughts?
Meepo is angry.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and probe deeper.
Uh-oh. All right, so now Meepo needs to make a save.
Wisdom
kind?
save.
Wisdom save. Why not?
Let's see. Would he get Cat's bonus though?
$21 with a net 20.
Damn.
Wow.
All right. Well, I'll pull out then.
Yeah, it's almost like
there's jokes there to make, but
it's almost
please
like
pull
you
out a Meepo.
detecting the anger on the surface. You probe a little deeper, but it's almost like touching a ball without any seams on it. He's like, you just cannot find a way into his mind.
You cannot
Meepo,
comprehend my lizard brain.
yeah. Meepo, you know that he was detecting your thoughts.
You know I was probing.
Meepo throws a goblet at him,
Can I catch it?
at his head.
I want to try and catch it. Oh, he ran away.
That'd be a monk ability.
Using my dexterity.
What's your AC?
19.
Okay, so you don't catch it so much as you.
It bounces off of me.
I was gonna say that you duck it and it goes
Okay.
flying over here.
Ducking works.
Yeah.
And then it smacks into click.
I'm not behind you. I'm sitting at the same table with you.
The cup goes somersaulting over the shoulder and it hits the wall and you hear a crash because it was a cheap cup.
Cheap.
There's a sound of silence as everyone turns to look at the table. Catchy's like, sorry, it slipped. It slipped. I will
Stay
pay
out of
for
my
it."
brain, Magic Man.
Well, can I go ahead and pick up the cup then and mend it?
Yeah, you're gonna take a few minutes to put it all back together though because it's quite messed up.
Meepo, why are you so angry at him? Is it because he killed a dragon?
I'm angry right now because you tried to poke in my brain.
Wait, who are we talking about? Says Cat.
He's trying to poke in my brain.
It's okay, Meepo. All I felt was anger from you, and I would have seen that on you already.
Meepo, do you want me to help you not be so angry?
No.
Luz that looks at Meepo. Anger can eat you up inside, Meepo.
Meepo is okay with this.
Well, we're okay that you're angry, but we're not okay if you take action upon your anger.
None of your business, Magic Man.
If it reflects poorly on us, it's our business, says Cat. It's like we don't want you to get hurt.
If
We
everything's
also
okay,
do-
people won't get hurt.
We also don't want any guards coming after us and blaming us for any shenanigans you get involved in.
Don't worry, Meepo will be fine.
Meebo, I think that might be one of the biggest lies I've ever heard you say.
Not if Meepo believes it.
Then it's just plain foolish.
Let's see.
All right, well, I'm assuming it's gotten late then. I know I'm going to excuse myself and go up to the bedroom.
Okay. How do you all split?
Meepo has his short quarters.
Did we buy one little room and one regular room, or how do we do this?
You'd
Well,
have to buy 2 regular rooms.
two
because there's
regular
2
rooms and then Meepo's in his short room bunk.
I'd be okay with either. I'm not too picky about who I sleep with.
I guess you get the short room bunk then.
No, Meepo, I would be with the other group.
You said you weren't picky.
You can room with
That's
me,
the thing.
click, says Katya.
Sounds good.
All right. Katya also heads upstairs.
Right before I leave, I do press the digitation on Meepo so he's not quite as dirty. Even though he's mad at me, I'll do it as I'm walking by.
I'll tell you, I would love that for a 2-year-old.
Just to walk by and shoot, you're clean.
Doesn't that just
Yeah.
only give the illusion of being clean?
No, it actually
No.
cleans it.
Prestidigitation.
Yeah. All right. So does everyone go to bed?
What time is it right now?
It is past sunset. So what did I say? It was summer. That I'm gonna say it's about 10 o'clock.
Okay. Before I go to bed, I go to the person at the counter.
He's
Yeah.
like, yes, sir.
Tell me, are there any small-time wood carvers here in town? I need something made that's about a good 6 inches tall, maybe about 3 inches in width.
Okay.
What do you need made? Because if it's like a blacksmith, I know could do a good job.
No, I would need a woodsmith. I think that's what they're called here.
Carpenters.
Yes, those things. But I don't need a carpet. I
He turns-
need
Click's got jokes.
no. Click is just really naive about
Yeah.
the form. No, I need an idol sculpted of my goddess. I've never found a temple since I've arrived to your plane, and it's very important to me that I pray to her, and I've been doing that in other ways. But I would like to keep an idol of her nearby as well.
Maybe there's some. I'm sure you like furniture. I'm sure there's a shop in the merchant district that could find it. That could make what you want. It's like they would need a design to work off of. It's like
Yes, I would work with them on that.
Okay. You see him puzzling. Emke could do it, maybe. Emke Tweeleaf, maybe. Ask around for Emke Tweeleaf. He's a little gnome carpenter.
Tweeleaf, got it. And is okay, wonderful. And just in case, is there any jewelers? Because I would need a jewel embedded in it.
Ooh, okay. As far as getting a jewel, the twins that run Beetles and Bobbles. You could get a jewel from them.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. I appreciate all your help.
You're welcome, sir.
Good. And then I would go on up to bed.
Okay. Does everyone go to bed?
No.
What does Meepo do while everyone goes to bed?
Meepo waits till everyone is asleep
Where do you wait?
in his room. Wait, does
Okay.
his room, I assume, have a window?
There is a. You are on the bottom floor. That's where all of the short folk or small folk rooms are located. And yes, there is a window.
So since it's dark out, Meepo will sneak outside.
Okay. Make a initial stealth check because there will be patrolling guards. I'm assuming you're not trying to be seen.
Yes.
Okay.
13.
Okay. Let me see what the standard passive of a guard is. I don't have the stat off the top of my head, sadly. Oh, good. You just did it.
Yay.
All right. Meepo, the window definitely sized for small folk opens up with the faintest hint of a sound as you roll across it. You were facing towards the street. It's practically empty now, and as you duck quickly behind some boxes. No one has seen you leave your room.
Meepo makes his way towards the Black Hand.
Okay. So, because we know the passive of guards, they're not going to be actively looking for you. So you can easily make it to the. You can easily make it to that building. Keep going.
Meepo checks. It starts to check in through the windows.
There is activity going on. These people already had their meal, and there is one or two people hanging around. They're a human man with a short beard and a what looks to be a wood elf woman. They're sitting on opposite sides of the table. They seem to be in some kind of deep conversation.
Meepo starts to look through the doors of the residences.
The residences?
The windows.
Okay, so
he knows this is where Sinjak said he was staying.
Yeah. So when I first described it, it's like a long feed hall with stairs on either end of it. You would need to be able to sneak into this room with the two people there.
Can Meepo not just climb up the sides of the building?
Yeah, you can make an athletics check to climb.
I think I have a thing for climbing.
You do have climbing tools.
I can climb at full speed and jump dex mod feet further.
Oh, cool. Oh, because you're a thief.
Rogue archetype thief.
Neat. Yeah. All right. Yeah, with a climb speed, you don't have to do an athletics check.
Cool.
It's like you're just naturally able to fit your fingers and toes into the seams of the wood and get good grip.
Yes, being small helps with that.
Yeah.
So I climb up the side of the building, peeking into windows, looking for distinct appearance of a drow Sinjak, or for the white scale cape.
So you don't see any residences as you climb up. There are more windows, But as this building is more of like I think I described it this way.
It
It's
was a
more
hall.
what?
Said it was like a hall.
Yeah. As you get closer to the roof, there are some skylights in there. As this room is, and you can, as you pass by the windows, you can still see the elf and the human talking to each other. There is an open window at the top. It looks like it was propped open for air.
Hmm. Can I look in on the side of the building, around the side of the building, set into any windows?
Here, hold on. Let me
You'd
draw
think
it.
residences would have windows,
They do.
so I just look in them.
Yeah, and it's still the same building. Because here, let me quick draw.
Yeah, I'm trying to peep into windows.
Because like
On the side
this,
of the building.
excuse my 5-second drawing.
Where are you drawing it at?
Uh,
We can't see it.
yeah, I gotta switch you over.
Okay.
So like this is the outside of the building, and you've climbed onto the top here, with the open windows up here.
Mm-hmm.
On the inside, it's like let me draw a quick floor plan. It's like there's a door right here with stairs leading down,
Mm-hmm.
and with stairs leading down,
Yeah.
and like you see a long table, and like this is where some like cook stuff is. Like that's the door. And like the two circles there represent the people.
Okay. Where would people be staying at then? Upstairs, right?
Downstairs,
Wait.
he was.
Oh, they'd be on the ground floor.
It looks like there's a subterranean level to this area.
What? Okay. That's a weird place to put people. uh. Hmm. So there's a. Which one's the downstairs stairs?
They both are.
They
They
both go
both lead.
down.
Yeah.
Oh. Hmm. Mm-hmm. So there's two people there. Or was it? What were they?
There's an elf and a human. They're looking at each other and talking.
Elf and a human
Yeah.
looking at each other and talking. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. As since you're on the top now, you are able to hear the conversations blatantly. It's like they're talking about how long they've known each other, um, remembering like the fights they've been in.
How dark is the room?
Besides the fire by the cook stuff, there doesn't appear to be too much light going on. There's like you do see like a couple candles on the table, but it appears that this building was mostly intended to be illuminated by natural light.
Hmm. Okay. So does there seem to be any outside entrance to the downstairs portion?
You don't see any from where you are
Hmm.
on top of the roof.
Man, this is a huge fire danger, fire hazard.
No, there's no fire marshal.
Unfortunately. Mm-hmm. So, I'm trying to see if Meepo has anything that would help here. Trying to make noise. I only have a ring of evasion, which just helps with saving throws, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. So Meepo is going to crawl in through the ceiling roof,
Uh-huh.
ceiling, and
Uh-huh.
use his claws to cling to the
Uh,
ceiling
okay.
and crawl along the ceiling towards the stairs. So is there
Okay.
no second floor to this building?
Nope.
Nope, just one. Okay,
Nope, just one.
cool.
Okay, make another stealth check. You don't have to make any kind of athletics check for your climb speed.
28.
Okay, yeah. These two people have eyes for nothing else, so sneak in and get down to one of the stairs, easy peasy. Which one do you pick? Do you want to pick the one closer to the door or the one closer to the fire?
The one closer to the door,
Okay,
away from light.
yeah. Picking these shadows on is like going along the beams and like going on the opposite side of the fire. You easily drop yourself right next to this stairwell.
Okay. I will quietly go down the stairwell. They're like doors coming off the stairwell.
Some of them, yeah.
Does stairwell have a ceiling to it, or is it like open spiral or something? Or
Hold on, let me draw it because basically it's a stairwell leading down, and at the very bottom of it, there's a door.
Okay. I guess I'll go down to the door, and listen through the door. Do I see any light coming underneath the door?
Try the door. You try the door.
Is there any light coming from under the door? Logan? Hello?
No.
No light? Put my ear
No
to
light.
it. Can I hear anything on the other side?
Perception check.
Go check. $13.
You don't hear anything on the other side of the door.
Okay, I attempt to slowly turn the knob
It turns.
and slowly open it.
It opens very slowly.
And peek my head in.
There's a okay. With your dark vision, you see rows of beds. You see figures on these beds. Now that the door is open, your 13 would tell you that these sounds like these people are sleeping. At the very opposite end, you do see another door. There is light coming from underneath it.
Do any of these people look like drows?
With dark vision, it allows you to see shapes really well, but so far as like colors and details, that's a little bit harder.
Would I not be able to tell if anyone had darker skin?
Looking more at the size of these individuals, they don't look like the person you're looking for.
Okay, well, I climb along the ceiling towards the door.
All right, make another stealth check.
$16.
Okay. All right, you're good. You get to the other side of this long room.
Okay. Can I hear anything through the door?
Perception check.
$15.
you do hear some movement on the other side of the door.
Movement.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Meepo is peering through a keyhole an option?
You'd have to drop down from the ceiling.
Can Meepo slowly open it while staying up on the ceiling?
That would be a little bit harder. It's like you'd have to hang your feet from one of the beams, and really stretch to reach that doorknob.
Meepo is still like 4 feet tall, I think. Meepo climbs down just a little bit, down to the key to the doorknob. Twists it slightly and moves it just an inch, so that way the doorknob doesn't shut, no longer holds the door shut. And climbs back up on the ceiling and slowly pushes it, inches it open.
Okay, for that, what?
Till he can see through a gap into the room.
For that, I'm going to need a stealth check because that's a very involved maneuver.
22.
Okay. The door, it seems to be a little bit older than the other one, so you have to take extra care not to squeak, but you're able to wiggle your finger.
Wiggle my finger?
You're wiggling your finger through the crack just to get it open just enough.
Yeah, basically I want to be able to slowly nudge it open from the ceiling. Yeah.
All right. Peeking through, you see a writing desk. There's a large figure at it. Now that the door is open, you can hear the faint scratching of a pen on parchment.
Do I recognize this figure?
He is a very large, hulking figure with silver hair. You see a white cloak draped over a knob on the side by the side of him.
Is it in the corner of the room?
Yeah, right next to him. It's like, let me draw his room because I have a feeling it's gonna go somewhere.
You have a feeling?
I have a feeling.
A funny feeling? A little funny feeling?
Remember when I said that, combat will be based on you guys?
It's okay. I'm faster than him.
Yeah. Okay, little writing desk here. Little bed here. Here's the door. Actually, my mistake. The cloak would be over here. Can't draw it in white though. All right, so what do you do?
Climb along the ceiling.
All right, make a stealth check.
Not good. 12.
The scratching of the pen stops. There's a pause as he whips around and hurls a knife at you in your general direction. And luckily he did it at disadvantage because that was a nat 20. Okay. What's your AC?
17.
Okay. A knife sinks in right by your hand. I expected you to come back as he quickly starts to reach for the sword which was beside his table.
I hiss at him and say, "Give me back the scales of my brethren."
You ain't no white dragon, as he draws his sword.
Dragonkin, our Dragonkin.
And I guess this would be roll initiative. Oh boy, Eric.
What?
All right, he is not wearing his plate, so you're good for that. All right, roll initiative.
I did 16.
16. You go first.
I run the fuck out of the room along the ceiling.
Along the ceiling?
Yeah, I can climb at my same normal movement speed.
Yeah.
And then bonus action to dash. Go further.
To dash?
Yes,
Okay.
along the ceiling.
All right, so that's how much movement? 60?
Yes. How long is the room?
You would get just to the other side.
So what, to the stairs?
Yeah, you would just get to the door by the stairs.
Okay.
So, all right, this guy, he's got to run. So he's going to. Oh, look at that. There's no components to Misty Step.
Oh, neat.
All right, so he does have to go around a little bit. With his. You hear him, because you left so quickly, leap over his bed towards the door.
Does he have
Kick
dark
it open.
vision?
What?
I forget. Do all drow have dark vision?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You see him burst open the door, and you hear him shout, "Up, up, up!" And like the people start to stir in the room. And Meepo, as you look back for a second, he vanishes in a cloud of mist,
Poof.
and he reappears right beside you. And he's going to swing his sword at you. Oh, no. He critted.
Fair enough.
Don't know that. You gave us the fair warning.
Somebody's windows keep stinging.
Sorry, that's mine. I don't know how to shut it off.
Let's see.
Your windows keep
Meepo,
stinging?
his sword becomes wrapped in light. So I'm going to need these on it.
Hey, Chris, how much diamond dust do you need when he dies?
300, but I have to get it to him in a minute.
All right. Remember 14 and 21. So 26 points of slashing and holy damage.
Okay.
And now for his second attack.
Okay.
All right. He appears to have overcommitted with that one. So that is his turn. The people all around are stirring. It's your turn now.
Wait 1 second. I have to figure out how the reaction for half damage works again.
Is it an attack?
It's uncanny dodge, and then if he gets an attack, he can choose to take half damage.
Okay.
So that would mean I only take how much damage?
Only half on one attack, not a full round, just the one attack.
Yeah,
So
he only hit me with one attack.
yeah. So
How much did you do again, Logan? 20 something?
26.
So I'll only take 13.
Okay.
Okay, so bonus action disengage, action to dash.
Uh-huh.
I move up the stairs and uh, up. Would I be able to make it out of the building? I assume.
If you go to the door right next to you, yeah.
Would I be able to move all the way up the ceiling and out the window I came in?
Yeah, you would be able to get right next to the window. It would
Out the window.
No, not out the window if you went that way.
Okay, I'm gonna go up out the door and then immediately climb up the wall
Okay.
of the building towards the roof.
All right.
An attempt to hide.
You can't hide because you used your action, your bonus action.
That requires an action. Okay.
Yeah. You can also bonus action hide, but you bonus action disengage.
Okay. That's it.
Okay. You hear more shouting. It's like, up, damn it. And let's see. I'm going to say that the two people, after hearing all of the shouting, would have seen you go through the door. So he's going to run outside and attempt to make. Well, you're not hiding.
But I am up the wall.
Right.
They look up the wall.
No, so I'm going to make a perception check. Okay. So you see him run out. He does not look up the wall. He's looking down both sides of the street.
Okay.
You do hear a lot more movement going on. There's a lot of groggy and angry voices, the clanging of metals as people pick up their swords. Swords and axes and shields. No one's donning armor. That would take too long. What do you do now?
Okay. I guess I will. I will climb on top of the building. And attempt to hide in the darkness.
Okay.
I'm on top of the building where I can't be seen from the ground.
Okay. Yeah, that works. Make a stealth roll.
30.
Okay. So, you're going to sit up there very quietly for what feels like eternity as there are voices and shouting and going all about them. You position yourself because you really don't want to get caught. So you don't even really peek in through the ceiling windows.
Okay.
Yeah. After what feels like an hour of them searching, like you see things being tossed around, you would guess by the voices that they're talking to some new people.
Can I hear or see Sinjak?
With the way you positioned yourself to make sure you weren't seen,
Okay, can I hear?
You can definitely hear his voice.
Are they still down in the hall?
As the night progresses, you would hear muffled sounds coming from the hall.
Is there a point where I would hear nobody down in the hall?
You'd have to wait a long time. These people are on edge. Somebody.
I was wondering if they all left the hall to go try and find me.
No, not all of them ever did.
Okay. Gotcha. That's fine then.
But after a long time, it seems like they've called off the search outside the hall for you. But they've begun to close and lock up everything, including your ceiling window. Like you see that they grab a pole off the wall and just kind of disengage a latch.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, how vengeful do I want Meepo to be? I'm deciding if I want Meepo to try to burn this place down or not. Uh, hmm. Nah, Meepo's just gonna make his way back into into his window,
Mm-hmm.
sticking to the dark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Make another stealth roll because the guards are looking for you now.
13.
Okay. All right.
Probably spotted.
Yeah, you were spotted. Hey, you!
Upon being
On your way over.
upon being spotted, I just run up the nearest wall onto a roof
Okay.
in the dark, and
All
then
right.
hide.
All right. So assuming that you hide long enough to avoid them, do you eventually go back to the room, or are you going to hide somewhere else?
I don't. Is there somewhere I could find that that would give me vision to my room from the outside?
You could see. I mean, the way these houses are stacked on each other is like if you do rooftop hopping, you can eventually get an angle on your room.
Do I see anyone in there or any activity at the
Perception check.
in the 15?
No,
No.
you don't see anything in there. From where you're on your roof position, you don't see anything.
Any activity in the in itself or the Green Dragon itself?
It's gotten pretty late. You know, there's the lamps that are burning in the front room, but it appears that all of the other rooms are doused.
Meepo's gonna climb into the room with Click and Laura's character. I forget her name.
Cat.
Cat.
Clicking cat.
Clicking cat.
All right. What is Click's passive perception?
Passive perception
Because assuming you guys are asleep, the best
is a
you can
14.
A 14.
Mm-hmm.
Do you sneak in quietly, Meepo?
Yes.
All right. Cat's not better than Click, so do one more stealth roll.
31.
Yeah.
A perfect net 20.
You've been practicing all night. You quietly slip into their room.
Then I quietly nudge Click while keeping a hand over his mouth so he stays quiet.
He doesn't have a mouth. He's a bird.
I got a beak.
He closes the beak.
Okay, I'll keep your beak closed.
Mm-hmm.
Just so you stay quiet. I tell you, shh.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to heal me, silly magic man.
Mm-hmm.
No questions. Shh.
No, I'm Magic Man. He's Birdman.
I look him
He's
over.
other magic man.
Can I tell how badly he's hurt?
How bad you hurt, Meepo?
Like a third of my health. So not terrible.
He's got a noticeable gash on his arm.
All right. I pull out my holy symbol, and I'll just use a. Let's see here. You said about a third. Let's go ahead and we'll go with the cure wounds just to be safe at first level.
Okay. I will say that the cure wounds is enough to wake up Cat. It's like, what is going on?
I mean, do you want me to try and cast it stealthily?
If you want to, but if you're not, Cat's gonna wake up.
Sure. I mean, he's asking me to quiet. I think. Well, with my passive insight of 17, would I be able to pick up that he doesn't want me to wake up Cat?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I will try. Let me go ahead and just roll a stealth check before I roll the healing check. Stealth is a 19.
You're fine.
Okay, now let me see here. All right, let's see here. Cure wounds is going to be a 11 points of healing.
Thank you, Magic Bird Man.
The energy mostly closes up his arm gash.
And then I just keep my finger over my mouth, making the symbol as I like slowly crawl underneath your bed. Shh. Go back to sleep.
Is everything okay?
Shh. No questions. You can hear me from underneath your mattress.
You come in here bloodied and you're telling me no questions. That's not how this works.
Shh. Wake up, Cat. Shh. Cat is a very heavy snorer, apparently.
Yes.
That's what happens when your player's not here.
Your character develops the trait heavy snore. I climb underneath their bed and shh. Out of sight, out of mind. Then I go to sleep.
We'll talk about this later.
No, we won't. Shh, I wasn't here.
All right. Everyone long rests.
So, question then. Based on when he came into the room, would I have still been able to get the long rest, or do I need to wake up with a usage of a first level spell? I'm leaving that your call.
I don't think I waited too late at night, did I?
I mean, you waited for everyone to be asleep. And like assuming that you waited till 11, that means like you would have come back at like 11:30 maybe. No, you would have come back at like 12 because you waited for things to die down. So yeah, everyone except Meepo and Click get a full rest.
That's all right. I mean, I'm only still starting the day with just -1 spell slot.
Right.
That'll be fine.
All right, everybody wakes up.
Before these two wake up, I sneak out of their room.
Mm-hmm.
While they're still asleep.
Where do you sneak to?
I would say outside onto the roof.
Okay, make a stealth check. And is this one at disadvantage, or is it only attack rolls because of the sunlight?
Let me check. Trying to find. Trying to find it. Pain butt. Says attack rolls and wisdom checks that rely on sight.
Okay. Yeah, you're fine.
15.
Yeah, you're able to get up on that roof without anybody seeing you.
Okay. Then I just wait for everyone to wake up then.
Okay. All right, everybody wakes up. Cat and Lou for sure go down to the main room. What do the other people do?
Well, since I just had a full sleep. I'm gonna go down and eat breakfast.
Yeah. You see Cat there, and so as in Lou. You don't see Meepo or Click yet.
I'm not gonna worry about it because I knew nothing happened.
Uh-huh.
Do I see Click?
I mean, does Click go down?
I mean, not Click. Do I see Meepo?
If you go down, you do not see Meepo.
Okay. I'll go on down and join the others.
Okay. All right. There's beginning to be a bit of pickup.
Meepo walks
as-
in amongst the crowd with a hood pulled up.
Okay. Where do you sit with your party?
I do.
Okay.
I don't really sit with them. More like I stand just above the table because short people,
Uh-huh.
and I kind of use their body to stand behind.
Yeah. You're trying to not be easily seen.
Yes.
Okay.
What took you so long to wake up?
What are you talking about, Meepo?
Don't we have
Didn't you sleep?
Meepo slept? You guys just sleep too late.
Is there a
Meepo?
reason we needed to be up?
Don't we have the appointment thing we have to do today?
Not an appointment. We just have to go over there.
Well, let's get going.
Meepo?
What?
Cat says, are you still angry?
Meepo will always be angry.
But about the thing specifically that you were angry about yesterday.
Yes.
Because you were talking about it a lot.
Yes.
Maybe you should try yoga.
Meepo must live with the oppression of his people.
Okay. All right, so you all head over there?
Do we want to do that or it's 10 o'clock?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we want to go just call it a night, and then we can pick up with shopping next one?
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, I didn't expect there to be such a diversion.
You're fine.
Well,
You
you
couldn't
brought
help
in Sid Jack. I knew I had to.
You didn't have to do anything.
Oh, I had to.
I'm just saying you made
It's Sid Jack. I had to.
No, you didn't.
You guys
Yes,
have a
I
good
did.
night. I will see you all next week.
For those of you who don't know, Sid Jack was another player character from a past campaign.
Oh,
Yeah, a buddy of ours. This Sinjak was way nerfed compared to that one.
If that was that Sid Jack, I would. He'd be like level what? I think 15, 17, something like that.
I think we got to 14.
well, you could have taken that, Meepo.
I would have been blown up.
You could have